Okay, remember that there are changes in my voice. In this video, I'm rather saddened by all the recent homicides in various cities. Chicago, Detroit, the Bronx, Milwaukee, Baltimore. We also see homicides back in California, Oakland, what have you. I urge you all to stop with your thug lifestyles, your reckless lifestyles. Stop with your illogical hate. And to rally for my plans, my war on poverty plan, my affordable housing plan, my global farming plan. These plans can work, and the rich can easily afford them. And it's very clear that we have to do better than we're doing here. The psychology of America is rather toxic and deadly at times. And we see that it disproportionately targets people of color when we're talking about street crime. It disproportionately targets poor people. And I see a certain lack of compassion that is very disturbing. I get angry, I get sad, I shed tears. Recently, there was a homicide in Chicago at the Little Village, and I acknowledge the victim, I acknowledge the situation, and I see it for what it is. I see the homicides that occurred all over the world, and I see that the problems are very real. We see that in Detroit, Jalen Stevens and his brother Glenn Stevens were attacked at a bar. Cheetahs Nefertiti's, right? Cheat A. And this was aimed at me. I know a lot of you don't want to admit this, but these things are aimed at me at times, and they bring them to my attention. And I do not approve of what took place there. I call for nationwide peace treaties. I call for people to be mature, to be men, to look at the situation, and to insist on what is right. Ver in virtue means man. You need to stop letting the system confuse you and trick you. You need to look at this thing very carefully. In the book of Proverbs, we see that it talks about wisdom and insight. It talks about sense. The people who worship the devil are trying to turn you against each other while they're laughing at you. And they're succeeding. I'm trampling their souls every day, but it is sad to see that they have you killing each other's flesh. It is my very profound and deep responsibility as the top martial artist ever possible, as the anointed King of Kings, to speak on these issues, even though they're suppressed in my videos. I know a lot of people don't want me to be seen for who I am, and that is also a mistake. We see in Exodus, it says, I am who I am. You see the enemies of God saying things like, they don't want me to describe myself as Christ. Can you imagine a people that is so petty that why they claim to be chosen or the master race or this or that, or they have a gay agenda or this agenda or that agenda? They are massacring people and telling the most righteous person that ever lived and that ever will live due to tech breeding, cheating, and generational gun gains that they don't want him to be acknowledged. It reminds me of a song someone's made, a rap song, where the person said that he was a GD, which is a gangster disciple, until the world blows up or God shows up. How many people are willing to stop the homicides if I'm publicly acknowledged as Christ? But instead they want you to work within the boundaries of cheating God and I. They want you to accept the mark of the damn beast. And the word beast is beta scrambled. I urge you all to look at things for what they are, see the bigger picture, see the domino effect. Killing somebody for your area doesn't make you tough. Playing the game is something that so many people all over the place do, and they do it out of a certain cowardice. And it has to be said. They're afraid to face their true enemy and to demand economic justice as uncontrolled opposition, not as someone following a mere political party or controlled opposition puppet-led political movement, but as uncontrolled opposition. Did one of the Stevens brothers have to die? Did that 17-year-old girl? Okay. And these other homicide victims in Milwaukee and Bronx and Baltimore? Milwaukee being called Milwaukee, Baltimore historically called Murdermore, Chicago, Chirac. Why is that? Vegas, Sin City. Why does the governing class want people to project a rebellious spirit, to project a sinful spirit? The O is the reproductive cycle. They want you to get the reproductive cycle of the sun, which symbolizes God. And there is no excuse for that. So I'm being cut short with my video here, and I really am very close to revealing what city I'm in because of all these things that are going down. And I'm probably going to do so in the next couple of videos. And I will go ahead and give up that strategic advantage because I want to give people every chance they have to rally to me. My name is Chukwuemeka. I am the top martial artist ever possible, as overkilled by my top martial arts challenge. I think we're at $100 million if you can win, if I'm compensated, $60,000 if I'm not, pay nothing. If you lose, $50 just to show. And I have to recover because they've been targeting me. And the word target is a play on words for get. I'm the son of 2 doctors, one a brain surgeon. I strike at world record speed historically. And it's safe to say that you all believe me and not the people who are trying to smear my name. Because of my heart, because it's apparent, alpha parent, because I tell the truth while they spew toxic propaganda and approved speeches. My videos are suppressed while theirs aren't, and there's many other clues that give away that I'm authentic, that I'm sincere without the sin,